Hey guys, Dr. Lawrence Woods here. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most frustrating conditions you could possibly have, and that is ankle pain. And it hurts when you walk, it hurts when you go upstairs, hurts when you exercise, and you're frustrated and worried this thing's never going away. You've done all these exercises people have given you, you bought orthotics, and nothing seems to work. Well, lucky for you, I've literally treated thousands of patients with this terrible condition of ankle pain. And so what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to break this down for you nice and simple. I'm going to go through a little bit of anatomy. I'm going to show you the proper stretches to do. And later on in this video, I'm going to explain to you that ankle pain doesn't always come from the ankle. And I'm going to explain why that happens and what to do about it. Now, before we move forward, before you begin any exercise program, we want to loosen up the muscles. We don't want you to spend too much time loosening up the muscles. 45 seconds, that's it. Don't complicate this thing. And so when we're looking at ankle pain, we want to just basically get that ankle. We want to just go up and down, a few of these. Then we want to take the ankle and we want to go inside the side to side like that. And then we want to take the ankle and go in clockwise movements and counterclockwise movements. 45 seconds. Now you're ready to go. Now, what we're going to do is we want to move into the muscles that are involved with ankle pain. So when we look at the leg here, we have muscles in the front, or anterior muscles, muscles in the back, posterior muscles. The problem with society today, that we're in a technologically based world and we're sitting a lot, is that these muscles tend to kind of knot up, they kind of get sticky, and they stop working, and we walk in these kind of weird kind of patterns. And what we want to do is we want to get back to primal movements. So we want to start with the back muscles here. Now, when we look at the back muscles, the deepest muscle is called the Soleus muscle, and the muscle on top of that is called the gastrocnemius. And what happens is these two muscles have really separate and distinct functions. But what happens as we start complacently breaking down, these muscles kind of glue together and they stick, and when they fire as one. And you see people walking as they get older, or people sitting at computers, they start walking very mechanically. So let's start with the back muscles first. Now, what you need is a chair. And listen, don't overcomplicate this thing. The main thing is that you're between trunk and thigh, you need to be about 90 degrees. Otherwise, you're going to be exercising different muscle groups. Now, you want your feet flat on the floor, your knees parallel together like this. And let's assume that my right ankle is sore. Now, what I want to do is just slowly slide that right ankle back, okay, to the point where I start feeling this deep back leg muscle, this soleus muscle stretch. You can really feel it pulling now. And to apply a little bit more pressure, you can push down on your right, the involved knee, just push down, and you take it to full tension. Hold it there 45 seconds. And there you go, you got it. Now we're going to move to the front of the leg. Let's look what's involved here. When we look at the front of the leg, we have, on the inside, we have a bone called the tibia, and on the outside, we have this thick muscle called the anterior tibialis. And in my estimate, it's probably one of the most important areas. Folks, this is an important key. It's probably one of the most important areas to treat if you're suffering with ankle pain. Now, when we look at the anterior tibialis, it contracts a lot when people, if you sit a lot, or if you're doing anything where you're going short on the end of the front muscles, anterior chain muscles, that muscle takes a lot of load, a lot of stress, and so you got to stretch this thing out. This is key. So I want you to feel that muscle. Just take your fingers and just feel down along that muscle, and it's a really important muscle because what's underneath that muscle is a lot of the utilities going through your foot. You got your lymphatics, you got your blood vessels, you got your nerves, and if these muscles start contracting, you get muscle knots in that area, you're going to have all kinds of ankle pain, foot problems, plantar fasciitis, you name it, go on and on and on. So just feel that area and you'll feel like these muscle knots. Take your fingers and just kind of dig in there and just go in a clockwise or counterclockwise movement and break those things up. Now, if that's not working, if you really want to go hardcore, you can get a monkey wrench. And it's also good for disciplining children, but just kidding. But what you could do is take a bit of lotion, rub that along that anterior tibialis muscle in your leg, and take this bar and just kind of work those knots out. It's just a wonderful way, and this is one of my favorite tricks. Now we're going to move on to stretching the front muscles. And if the muscle in the front here, if this anterior tibialis is very tight, you want to take baby steps and then keep working, gradually building up. And this is a really great stretch that I'm going to show you. So take a bed, anything, a chair, let your ankle just fall off the edge of it like that. And what I want you to do now is just kind of guide your knee forward to your tolerance, and then just apply a little bit of pressure. If you can handle that, try sitting down on that. Isn't that wonderful? You can feel that really good stretch on that anterior tibialis. If you want to take it a little bit further, bring that foot all the way up and sit on it like that. Now, if you want to do this stretch on steroids and you're eventually going to build into this, you can reach back, grab your toes, and pull up on it like that. And in my estimate, this is one of the best stretches you can do. Now, if you can't do it, let's say if you have a knee problem, really simple things you could do. You could put a pillow, any pillow, down on your ankle like that, and put a pillow here, and just work your way into it. And over time, you can start building up. Great stretch for the anterior tibialis. Now I want to explain to you why ankle pain doesn't necessarily always come from the ankle. In fact, it almost never does. So here's the problem. If you look at all the muscles in your body as pulleys or levers, if the weight is just being dispersed unequally, for example, when we're sitting, let's say if we're sitting in a position like this where our muscles in the front are going short, when we get out and we start exercising and walking around, we're walking around with our body going short in the front, long in the back, and all the load from that goes right down to these pulleys down in here in your legs, causing your ankle problems. So a real simple thing to do is this. Remember, folks, through repetition, you become a master, okay? So when you're sitting, the simple thing is, take a look at me right now. Can you see my head's going forward, my back is rounding, and my muscles in the front are going short, my muscles in the back are going long. Real simple correction is make sure, if I can get this going, make sure that your hips are always higher than your knees, because what that does, it pulls up on the pelvic floor muscles, the transverse abdominis. But the main thing is my ears are perfectly over shoulders and hips. Gravity has no effect, and I'm balancing the muscles in the front and balancing the muscles in the back. When you're standing, make sure you keep those knees bent just slightly, and through repetition of doing these things, you will not get ankle pain. Hey guys, I got something really important to say, something I've been working on, and I want to impart this with you today. It's essential information on how to stay healthy when working from home, especially what's going on in the world right now. So here it is. It's a download of my new ebook/checklist that has vital information on how to structure your day with great alignment and a strong core. Oh, and yes, it's free as my gift to you and your loved ones. So I'm not sure how long this will be available, so get it right now. The link is in the description down below.